He loves doing work in the kitchen.
He likes to eat very much and he likes especially non-veg very much.
He usually bring chickens and all vegetable stuffs and do barbecue.
Ashok is one example I really know. I have seen only one in my life who is a true genius.
Now, even if this must have seemed as if Ashoke Sen has made the finer art of cuisine his profession, it is not. He is, in fact, one of the country's best-known physicists.
He's a very, very, very good teacher.
He's an excellent teacher.
He's a great scientist.
I mean, I thought he was good, but we had no clue that he's going to become a great scientist.
For as long as he can remember, physics, for Professor Sen, has been not just another subject, but a passion that he has nurtured over the length of his entire academic and professional career.
So various factors influenced me in deciding to choose physics. I was always interested in physics and mathematics in school. But I think the reason that I chose physics eventually was that at that time, most good students used to go into physics. And in particular, in my batch in Presidency College, 5 of the rank holders, the first 10 rank holders in the state examination joined physics with me. Among the teachers, there was one very influential teacher, Professor Amol Kumar Raichaudhuri, who was also a world-renowned scientist in general theory of relativity. And his teaching certainly influenced me a lot.
Born in July 1956, Professor Ashoke Sen spent his childhood in Kolkata, where he went to the Shailendra Sarkar School. Later, he joined the Presidency College for a degree in science, following which he went to IIT Kanpur for his MSc. The natural flow of this academic inclination took him to New York for his doctorate and to 2 other places in the United States for his postdoctoral studies. Upon his return to India, he took up a job at the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research in Mumbai, where he worked from 1988 to 1995. He then came to the Harish Chandra Research Institute at Allahabad, where he is currently engaged in research and teaching. Professor Sen's research domain has been the string theory, and he has to his credit more than 150 published papers that have explored the various dimensions of this science. It is this work and his findings that have made him an authority on the subject.
String theory modifies the theory of elementary particles in a fundamental way. The basic postulate of string theory is that each elementary particle is a tiny loop of a string. Gravity is an automatic consequence of string theory.
His explorations in the sphere of string theory has fetched him many awards such as the G.D. Birla Award, Third World Academy of Sciences Prize, and even the Padma Shri. This meritorious record is the result of his absolute commitment to physics.
And this theory attempts to understand the basic structure of matter, how the elementary constituents of matter behave. And understanding this, of course, may not have immediate applications, but in science, nobody really knows what application it might have in the future. Right now, our goal of studying string theory is just the quest for knowledge, because we want to know what we are made of and how the universe functions. And if we do succeed in getting to understand string theory completely, we will know the answer to how the universe functions. And that's really the goal of the research that I'm doing here.
As Professor Sen puts it, the definition of a successful person is one who is happy with his or her work. And when it comes to his commitment, any of his students will vouch for his overwhelming attachment to research and academics.
He teaches very well. Everyone can understand from his class. He is so down to earth.
As a teacher, he can explain very, very difficult thing to a student who doesn't know anything in a very, very simple way. That's the thing. I mean, that's why to me he's it's a great person.
He has amazing patience. Like for example, the class is for 1.5 hours, but he will teach as far as 2 hours, and after that, even if you have doubt, he will stand there and start explaining to you everything.
I think you can find several eccentric geniuses, but it is very rare to find someone who is a true genius and who is really humble. Ashok is one example I really know. I have seen only one in my life who is a true genius in all respect, and the best thing about him is his humility.
So engaged is Professor Sen with his work at the Harish Chandra Research Institute that it barely leaves him with enough time to pursue any hobbies. His wife Sumati Rao, whom he first met during his student days at New York and married in 1983, also works at the Harish Chandra Institute.
I just wanted to say a couple of things about Ashok. One is about his intense powers of concentration. I mean, he kind of concentrates 100% on what he's doing, whether it happens to be physics or anything else that he's doing at the moment. It could be cooking, it could be as simple as brushing his teeth or playing with children, driving. Whenever he's not doing anything else, he's doing physics. He doesn't want a mobile, which he thinks will distract and he thinks is too complicated. Other electronic equipment like stereos and so on in the house, he still doesn't know he knows how to switch things off. He has a good sense of humor. He likes fun. He likes friends. He makes jokes with his friends. He keeps teasing, for instance.
With a good word from all his close ones, let's see Dr. Ashoke Sen's views about himself.
I'm an atheist. In a sense, in my work, I am looking for the fundamental laws of nature, the laws that govern everything that we see around us. And in this context, that doesn't seem to be any place of God. My wildest dream is to truly understand the basic principles that govern nature. Okay, I don't understand much about music, and I don't think I really have a musical ear. Essentially, all kinds of music I like, but my favorite are probably Indian and Western classical. Well, I like science fiction novels, and then some books which deal with human psychology. Sports, well, I don't really have any favorite sports, but I watch cricket sometimes on the television.
Dr. Ashoke Sen's simplicity in life overshadows even his complex and multifaceted subject. With a glance, you can make out that Dr. Sen has found the secret of life.
I don't really have a very deep philosophy of life. Life, in my view, is just a consequence of the laws of nature, the same laws which govern the behavior of everything else that we see around us. Nevertheless, it's amazing that some simple laws of nature could give rise to something as complex as life. As far as my view of life is concerned, I'd simply like to enjoy it, appreciate its beauty, and wonder at how such a complex thing is possible with such simple laws. And at the same time, I would like to let others enjoy it as much as I do. And that's the way I view life.